Okay, so I just want to give you guys a brief introduction about myself. My name is Brady. I know it's kind of a unique name, okay? You can remember as Ready, Be Ready.
Be ready.
Okay, so Brady, okay? So Caliber Mortgage, I opened this corporation back in 2021, June. So right now it's just about 2 years time. And basically who we are as a company, I actually mentioned a little bit earlier today that we are mainly focused on A lenders. Okay, honestly, B lenders, like everybody can do it. Stated income, bank statements, okay, everybody can do it. But A lender is not. Okay, and obviously, all of your clients, if you refer your clients to a mortgage broker, you want them to get into A lenders because that's how you actually build that reputation as well, right? So we actually funded over 95% of our business with either Scotiabank, TD Bank, or HSBC. HSBC, they just got into the broker channel last year, and they're actually very picky on getting brokers on board. And fortunately, we are actually one of the top 10 in Ontario right now. Okay, so just so you know, okay, one thing that I always preach about is super fast response time. Because you see, like when you realtor partners, okay, when you have a potential buyer, they told you that, hey, you know what, Mr. So-and-so, I don't want to rent anymore. I want to buy now, right? That moment is the time that they are the most motivated and excited, right? And if we can actually help them to move fast, the deal can solidify faster, okay? And the chances is higher because 1 week, 2 weeks after, if they still don't know how much mortgage they can qualify for, and they were actually starting to have that kind of buyer remorse, like they're going to be getting more anxious, anxiety, right? And they're going to say that, you know what, I think the market right now is crazy. You know, let's put it on hold for 2 months. Let's see how it goes. Oh, another interest rate hike 2 days ago. I'm worried right now, right? But if we actually can move faster together, okay, I can help you to solidify the business, right? Because you know, at the end of the day, a lot of people think that mortgage brokers are always looking for realtor partners to give them businesses. And just so you know, every time when I talk to my realtor friends, realtor partners, I tell them straight up, you don't have to send me businesses because what I'm looking for is a true partnership. If I only want you to send me business, that's only one way. Meaning I want you to give me referrals, right? That's not a true partnership. Partnership is always two-way street, okay? So every time when I talk to any friends, I tell them, if I can help you grow your business, then you send me business. If I cannot help you grow your business, you go find your BMO guy, CIBC guy, RBC guy. You don't have to come find me, right? There are so many mortgage agents out there. The bottom line is, who can help you grow your business? That should be the network that you build. Does that make sense? So super fast response time is actually one of our preachers all the time. We have big volumes with lenders, okay? As I said, we are number one. We are one of the top with Scotiabank and top 10 in Ontario with HSBC, so that we can get some kind of exceptions and rate discounts. Most likely, I can get both lower rates and larger mortgage amount with your bank. Okay, so think about this. If you have a potential buyer that they're actually getting a pre-approval from, let's say, BMO for $500,000, but then if you ask them, hey, you know what, go talk to Brady, go talk to Caliber as a second opinion. No charge, okay, no obligation, and then come back. Let's say I can actually do it with HSBC for $650,000 mortgage, and even at lower rates. HSBC I can still get 4.99 right now. Okay, so about a month ago, okay, true story. One of my clients actually got a pre-approval with $800,000 with CIBC, 5.29%, something like that. Okay, 3 years fixed. Okay, and then they came to me, and I got them $880,000, so $80,000 more mortgage with 4.89%, 3 years fixed, same thing. All right, so if that's the case, think about this. You can actually have a lot more options for your client. Does that make sense? Right? Okay, so just so you know, we have our own appraiser as well. Okay, I deal with TD, Scotia, and HSBC the most. But just so you know, TD and HSBC, they don't allow anybody to choose their preferred appraiser, but Scotia does. Okay, so if you have any valuation problem, I can help. Okay, see, I'm always trying to get that network together, my connections together, to help people legitimately solving problems. Okay, I don't do any illegal activities. Okay, i.e. fudging numbers, paperwork, or whatnot. I don't do any of those. All right, but just so you know, next slide, I'm going to show you our company record. Okay, so we have our own appraiser that can help client with the best valuation and the market rent in order to make the deal work. Market rent is actually very important too. Let's say, for example, I have a client. He actually purchased another property, moving into a new one. The old one need to do a market rent to see what is the rental income we can use to qualify. The next door, actually the house across the street, leased out for $3,000 2 weeks before our transaction. Okay, my appraiser did the market rent for my client's property, $3,700 market rent. Okay, to make the deal work. All right, so I do have that kind of connection to make things happen. All right, so we compete with the bank. So if your friends, if your clients, whoever, they can actually have any kind of bank approval, I can compete with that. Okay, to help them get even higher mortgage amount and lower rates. Okay, so we focus on helping clients qualify with A lenders. You only go to mortgage brokers for problematic situations. A lot of people, their understanding is like the clients go to the bank and get mortgage if mortgage broker to help. That's not who we are. Will be keep in the dark. Okay, so just quick example. Like I believe some of you guys actually happen out there. Okay, not us. Okay, so we have lots of experience. Okay, like me personally, I have 20 plus years experience in financial services. I was a financial advisor before I became a mortgage broker back in 2014. And I started my investment advisory career back in the year 2000. So about 23 years experience now. Okay. Excuse me. Any questions so far?
I was gonna ask what kind of client you put them in HSBC versus like TD.
They actually have a lot of different kind of programs. For example, like one of the record that I'm about to show you will surprise you, that HSBC, Scotia, TD, they all have different programs. TD sucks. I'm not kidding. Okay, they turn business away. Okay, like when people they have rental properties, they actually like scrutinize the file completely. Like for example, like if people they have a HELOC, just like BMO, CIBC, RBC, if your client have a home equity line of credit with the existing property, even though it's $0 balance, they're still going to assume that the client actually used up the whole entire balance. Okay, to calculate the debt servicing. Okay, so TD sucks, but then HSBC and Scotia, they have a lot of great programs. Okay, high net worth program, they have some wealth-based program. They only take a look at the HELOC balance, not limits. Okay, that actually saved a lot of deals. Okay, I actually have 4 of my clients that they are RBC senior executive in downtown. Okay, in the 55th floor. Okay, like those people that actually make over $700,000 a year. They ditched RBC and came to me too for mortgages. Okay, just so you know. Okay. Anyhow, so I'll explain a lot more programs with you guys. So first of all, fast turnaround. Okay. So let me ask you guys this. A lot of you guys are experienced realtor already. So when you have a client getting a mortgage approval or whatnot from whoever, okay, what is the fastest turnaround time you have ever seen? From like submission to like the client told you that they got a commitment already. What is the fastest turnaround time? 1 day? That's amazing already, right? 10 days. 10 days. You need me. You
2 days.
2 days, right? That's pretty normal, right? How about 40 minutes? Okay?
For the commitment letter?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Because that was
of my questions. How soon do you get the commitment letter?
Yes. From submission to getting a commitment letter, okay, the fastest ever is 40 minutes. Usually it's the same day. Okay, especially with Scotia. Because as I said, I'm actually one of the top brokerage with Scotia. They actually have a dedicated underwriter just for my team. So I can just call the person, same person deal with all my cases. Okay, that's why I can actually get like so fast turnaround. How about biggest appraisal boost? Okay, so you see, year was a lot of issue like this, right? Like the market dip, a lot of people bought like pre-con or assignment. At closing, the price is not coming in, right? Okay, just so you know, okay, one of the situation is like this. A client bought a $2 million property, approval with BMO, okay, already, but after appraisal, BMO appraisal, everybody knows, BMO appraisal is the worst in the whole entire industry, all right? So BMO appraisal came back 1.76, 240,000 short, right? So now the client has to pay 240,000 deficit, right? That's close to 600,000, right? So when I stepped in, I got my appraiser, okay? He made a lot of researches outside of the area. So he saw a lot of very, very bad comparables in the same area. He actually goes, you know what, Brady, for you, I only pick one in the area, which is kind of mandatory for him. But then the other two comparables, he actually looked outside of the area for us to try to look for a better comp, okay? And also a lot of like injection about upgrades, you know, like things like that, new kitchen, although it's not really that new, all right? So he helped us to make up the report, okay, to make that 240,000. How about lowest credit score to get approved by a bank? Do you know what is the lowest credit score to go to the bank? 680, 630, 650. Pardon me? 650, right? Okay, around there. Okay, different bank, they have different minimum, right? A lot of bank right now, they actually even want 700, okay? You have a client have 550 credit score going to BMO? I bet you, they're not going to ask you any other questions. They're not going to ask for your name. They're not going to ask you what you do. They don't open file for you. Am I right? Okay. So because I have my underwriter told me that, hey Brady, I am not too busy right now. I go, no problem. Help me get this done. I get you more busier, right? So it was a perfect timing that my underwriter was actually kind of like slow in business and he wants business at that moment. And I go, you know what? This client, I gave him a full story, what happened. And the good thing about this client is that he actually changing from one property to another property, okay? So there was a big down payment, okay? So of course, like usually when we ask for exceptions, we need a lot of other areas to help us to back it up, to persuade the bank. It's not gonna be like, oh, a kitchen chef filing $20,000 a year income, putting 5% down payment and asking for exception like this. No way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very good at understanding the bank expectations. So when you have a client, I will structure the whole entire scenario and the story with the client together to let them know if you want to make this work, or at least if you want to know you have a chance to make this work, we need to do something here, and there before we bring the case to the bank. Does that make sense so far? All right. How about the lowest income for $1 million mortgage? Someone get $1 million mortgage with a very low income. How low was that?
300,000.
300,000, right? 300,000, you can get it anywhere. Right? You say 20?
Yeah, 30,000.
Okay. Of course, depends on the net worth as well, okay? Special program, okay? Close enough. 30,000. That was close, right? Okay. So 30,000. As I said, my business so much, and I intend to keep it.
Of course.
Okay? With Scotia. Okay. HSBC, they have a and do this deal for her because she actually sold a property. That property actually co-owned with her aunt, but her aunt is a UK citizen, so she didn't put her name on title. She was about to give the aunt share back to her aunt. That's why I said if she came to see me 1 week after, I couldn't have done it for her. So I told her, hey, you know what? Don't do anything with the money. Tell your aunt, you are going to get the mortgage first and then pay her the money back. Okay? So Scotia has a program that this $30,000, based on the income, how much mortgage you can qualify for. Let's say based on $30,000, you can qualify for $150,000 mortgage only.
Yeah, for 5 times.
Exactly, something like that, right? Okay, so $150,000 mortgage, but she needs $1 million, so that's $850,000 short, right? Scotia said, no problem. If you can show me $850,000 dollar to dollar, 3 months history, I lend you $850,000 additional.
3 months history. So you needed this cash in your bank for 3 months.
That's right. So fortunately, she actually sold the property and have that money already for more than 3 months.
Oh.
Right? So of course, different scenario, right?
Not possible
Not,
for a
not
first-time
everybody,
homebuyer.
yeah.
Well, you never know because this is what I did too, which is some of them they actually have family members, they have GICs, family member have GIC or whatnot. I asked them, hey, change the name to your daughter for 3 months, use that money, don't take it out. It's still non-redeemable GIC, okay? Don't take it out. Show me the statement. Let me use the statement to help you qualify for the mortgage first, and then change the name back.
Does it have to be like sole ownership or can it be joint ownership?
Joint ownership if both of them on title. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Sure, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So that's actually what I do. I use my resources, I use my knowledge to help people fix problems. Okay? Any questions so far? Okay, nice. All right. So just so you know, I am a big believer in real estate investments. Okay? And a lot of my realtor partners, I always give them some ideas about, hey, you know what? How can you grow your business? How can we grow our business together? You see, everybody have their own client base, clientele, but one thing that from my experience, what I have seen is that if anyone can tap into the real estate investors market, that's actually an ongoing transaction stream. Because you see, a lot of you guys, if you do like first-time home buyers, when is the first-time home buyers going to upsize? 3 years? 5 years? Right? Okay, so that means that first-time home buyers will bring you 2 businesses in 3 to 5 years' time. But if you get into a real estate investors, they buy and sell 2-3 times a year easily, right? So if you can tap into the real estate investors market, that will be an ongoing business stream, right? So I am a big believer in real estate investments myself, okay? So my wife is a full-time property manager that managing her own property, okay? So we have 9 properties right now. She actually she does a lot of project in downtown, turning single family dwelling into multiplexes legally. And like honestly, like all the valuation is just like amazing. Like we bought a lot of them in around $1 million range, downtown semi-detached. And then after we actually turned them into legal triplexes minimum, the valuation minimum is around 1.8 to 2.2 mil. So we actually refinance and take all the money back out. So we actually do BRR ourselves all the time. So that's why I am a big believer in property investments, right? So this is what I see right now. This is the market trend. In the next 3 years, 2023 to 2025, government mentioned that they are going to absorb 500,000 plus new immigrants per year. 1.5 million new immigrants in the next 3 years. How can housing market goes down, to be honest? How, right? If we can actually get more properties to actually getting like rental, like all those people came here with all the foreign money, they either buy or they have to rent, right? Okay, so either you are going to help them buy or you are going to help your property investors to buy and help them to find tenants, right? So that's another marketing stream. So you see, a lot of people ask me, so 2 days ago, another rate hike. What's going on, Brady? Like how does that affect the mortgage, right? So just so you know, in selected area, not all area, like for example, like the downtown area that we deal with, the prices are actually kind of very, very strong still. Throughout the whole entire rate hike, they didn't really drop any. Okay, it was really, really strong. So this calculation here is actually depends on selective area, of course. Okay, so mortgage versus rates. You see, purchase price, let's say 2 years ago before rate hike, a property purchase price was okay, but then because of rate hike, some selected area has been coming down a little bit. So let's say the same property after rate hike, $800,000 valuation, okay, purchase price, okay? Any objection so far? Because I want everybody to be on the same page when I go through the calculation. But as I said, okay? So mortgage amount, $1 million purchase price, down payment, $1,000 mortgage, fixed rate 1.99. Don't you miss that? Right? Everybody missed that 1.99, right? Okay, so based on 1.99 interest rate, the mortgage payment principal is about 1626, interest is about 1326. One bedroom condo back then rent about 1900, and two bedroom back then is around 2300. Any objection so far? That was about 2 years ago. Okay, so let's say the property investor tax bracket is about 40%. Okay, that means all the interest paid from an investor. Okay, so all the interest paid at the end of the year, you can get a lump sum tax refund of 12 times 5 based on. Okay, so now down payment, let's see here, $800,000 purchase price after rate hike. Down payment 20%, 160,000. Mortgage amount 640. Fixed rate 4.99. I can still get 4.99 right now. Okay, 30 mortgage payment. For only interest $2,661. But one bedroom condo nowadays easily 22. Actually, this one is not even most updated. Even more now. Okay.
Even Mississauga is already 2,000.
Exactly. Same tax bracket, 40%. So from the interest paid, you can actually get around 1,000 back. Okay? So now, when it's come to property investments, everybody always concerned about cash flow.
Yeah.
Okay? A lot of them, they don't even remember what kind of interest rate they're paying as long as cash flow is positive. Everybody look at cash, right? Okay? So think about this here. Getting the same property after rate hike is only $500 more on mortgage payment. But the rent is actually a lot more than $500 more already, and getting more tax refund based on the same tax bracket. That's what I mean, how to beat the rate hike. Because a lot of people, they just go about, oh, the rate is so high, the rate is so high. But they never think that the cash flow is actually even better right now because of the prices comes down and more tax write-off at the same time. That's why I have a whole bunch of spreadsheet myself for all my 9 properties to show myself how to get all the cash flow positive. Cash flow, that's all we need, right? And I share my spreadsheet to my realtor partners, to my clients to show them, hey, if you want to get into property investments, how to actually make it happen, how to actually make the number works. See, when it's to mortgages, I tell people straight up, a lot of you guys are first time meet me today. I'm a stranger to you. You don't know me. Like how, right? You don't need to trust me. So people lies, but math doesn't. So every time when I sit down with a client, I tell them straight up, let's do some math. If the math works, we work together. If the math doesn't work, we go find how to make it work. Maybe not now, maybe not now, maybe, right? Who cares? But if you work with me and I help your client to set up a game plan for 4 to 6 months, at least your client is still your client 4 to 6 months down the road. Does that make sense? Okay. Any questions so far?
I wanna ask,
For long-term rental income on the so short-term, but we actually use my appraiser to boost up the market rent.
even the properties, you just use.
Yes. Property is it. I can still use market rent. See, sometimes you actually have a tenanted property for 10 years tenants that you cannot increase the rents, right? I can still use market rent. Okay? Not all the bank though, mostly Scotia. Yeah, yeah.
It's all about connections.
All about connection. Yeah, and I'm working very hard to build that connection stronger and stronger right now. Yeah, yeah. Well, some banks, if they found out that the property has ever been rental, they blacklist that property. For example, Scotia, for example, like one of
For refinancing or what?
for everything, everything. I even told like there was a time that one of my agent, okay, ordered the appraisal for a Scotia refinance deal on a short. That one is actually out of I think Muskoka, okay. So very clearly saying that that property from which month to which month are short-term rental. Scotia saw the report and go, what about I tell the client to take the year refinance after, show you all the proof. No.
Did the appraiser actually check the short-term rental website?
Yes. Yes. Okay, so be careful on that. Okay, if anything, you can always discuss with me. I have all this understanding about the bank, yeah, the bank expectation. Sometimes you don't know what you don't know, right? Okay, so right now we have a lot of new immigrants coming into Canada. So new to Canada program is actually amazing right now. I have been doing a lot of these. They actually don't. This one is actually HSBC. Okay. New to Canada program, they don't even have TDS, GDS. So they don't need to service any debt. Okay? So how does that work? It's actually very simple. Okay? Client has Canadian employment for minimum 60 days of an income equivalent to 25,000 or more annually, which is easy. Right? Okay? And then after that, okay, all these special program, anywhere you go, okay, 35% down payment minimum, okay? And then HSBC. You can just show a CIBC statement equivalent to that amount, and HSBC will be, okay, no problem. All right? So let's say someone actually purchasing a property for 1.2 mil, let's say 1 mil, okay, easier for calculation, okay? 1 mil, 35% down payment will be 350,000, right? And then with 650,000 mortgage, let's say HSBC, I do 499 right now, monthly mortgage payment will be maybe around, let's say 3,200, around there, okay? Let's say 3,000, okay? So 1 year will be 36,000, 2 years will be 72,000. So HSBC goes after 350 any financial institution, no problem. Okay? If it's outside Canada, must be with HSBC. Okay? Eligible assets, including checking, savings, GIC, TFSA, mutual funds, stocks, bonds, not RSP though.
How about insurance?
Cash value,
That's high value, some investment insurance.
I think they said yes, but let me confirm that for you. Okay, I don't want to overpromise. Okay, so so that's actually option one, which is with 25,000 minimum a year income. Some people told me that I don't have an income and right, like come on, go to your friend accounting firm and ask them to hire you as a bookkeeper. Right, like easy, right? Some people told exactly 25,000. I'm not asking for 250,000 job, right? So, but some people very stubborn and they go, no, I'm not fine. I don't know anybody here, okay? And I go, okay, fine. Option two here, okay? So basically, option two, you don't have any income. That's fine, okay? Same thing, 35% down payment, and then if you can show that you have dollar to dollar, say same situation, 350,000 down payment, and then you need 650,000 mortgage. If you can show them you have 650,000 liquid assets, that, then I don't really need mortgage, right? Why not, right? So the thing is, that money is not collateral to HSBC anyway, so you just show it and then you can use it after. Like putting all the equity into one property, why not purchasing two properties? Right? You see, that's actually what I always like to do. When a realtor partner sends me a client, I always think of any ways of asking the client one property, maybe two, maybe three, so that you get more business and I get more business too. Right? See, that's a true.
Advisor to your investors.
Yes, absolutely. You see, that's a true partnership. I want to help you grow your business. Right? That's how I actually earn all the respect from all the realtor partnership that I have built so far, because I always do whatever I help them grow their business. All right. So yep, that's about it. Okay. High net worth program, I mentioned that already. With the ridiculous case. Scotiabank has a high net worth. Income minimum is only $1,000 a month. Okay? So some people came to me and told me that I don't have any income at all. Okay, can I get mortgage? The answer is no. And I can tell you a lot of, like, even though you have money, seriously, some people told me that I don't have any occupation, but I collect rental income. I'm a professional landlord. The answer is still no. Banks don't like professional landlord. No, I'm not kidding, okay? But what you can do is you can open corporation, okay? You be your own professional landlord, okay? But you open company and pay yourself some kind of dividends a year, right? Like Caliber Mortgage make me a lot of money, but at the same time I have 13 corporations, all right? Because obviously I have a lot of corporation to write off taxes from different corporation too. I have like property management company that only managing my own property, right? Like I have like renovation company that really don't have any transaction, but only repairment for my own properties, right? Like financing company, I lend money to myself, all right? Like I do a lot of those things like to navigate, right? So when you actually come across any client situation, I can provide these kind of idea to help them. Hey, if they're a professional landlord, open a property management company owned by themselves and pay themselves some kind of salary or dividends, right? Don't just do nothing, right? Okay. So the high net worth has to be 3 months, and the money is not collateral. Okay, so you can use it right after. So sometimes when I see a family, they have like a trust fund or whatnot, okay, or maybe like they have like different. I go, hey, you know what? Put the money in the wife's name, use the wife's name to use this program and buy one property under her name alone, and then move the money to the husband, and then use the same amount of money, go buy another property under the husband's name. Now I help your clients to get another 2 more business. Same amount of money, just moving around. All we need to do is to sit there for 3 months. Wait for 3 months and that's it. Okay? So I do have a lot of different ideas to help them. Okay? And I can tell you Scotia is the only bank that they have high net worth program for rental properties as well. Okay, CIBC, RBC, they do have some kind of high net worth program, but only for owner occupied property. Okay, but Scotia, this program is actually applied for rental properties as well. Okay. HSBC, they have an high net worth program as well, but this one is a little bit less aggressive, which is people that have assets and they're actually using that assets, doing a reverse calculation showing, assuming that money will provide them an annuity, okay, like a retirement income. 25 years amortization annuity, okay, as an additional income. But obviously HSBC rate is pretty much the lowest in the market right now. Okay, so what I do is that when a client comes on my desk, I'll take a look if I can help them qualify with HSBC first. If not, then I always help you find solutions. Okay, and just so you know, Scotiabank and HSBC, both of them, they're actually accepting HoldCo, holding company. But just so you know, don't get fooled by that, because I can tell you one thing. CIBC, BMO, they don't outsource their mortgages, but each bank I have associates inside. So if they have any special program that I need help, I can just make one quick phone call. My client is still my client, even though they go to RBC through my connect, right? So that's the connection that I build, right? But just so you know, all those banks, that even though they actually register the property under HoldCo, they still report to the personal credit bureau. They don't. For sure not. Okay? So a lot of people don't know that. They think, like, one thing that I always teach my clients is that use HoldCo to shield the property away from your personal profile, right? So when people doing title search on your name, they don't see that property because that property registered under the HoldCo name. So title search doesn't show that property under your name. Okay? If the property is not reporting to your personal credit bureau, basically it's not even exist, right? So that's what I do with Scotia. Scotia HoldCo, they don't report to personal credit bureau for sure. Okay?
Quick question,
Yeah.
that HoldCo has to be like 2 years income?
Nope. Brand new HoldCo, personal guarantee. So with the whole entire mortgage process, from our back end, everything else is the same. Like personal income, qualification, everything the same. We just need to use the HoldCo as the registration. That's all.
Let's say if a realtor has a PREC,
Yeah.
but then all the money is in the PREC and then only pay a little bit individually, so like personal income is not that much.
That's good. Good question. You guys have PRECs too? 2 things I want to share with you. One, when you have PRECs and you have holding company purchasing property, intercompany exchange doesn't require you to pay tax. So a lot of people, they think that if I take out money from my PRECs, I have to pay a lot of tax. But if you open HoldCo and you transfer over the equity from HoldCo, from PRECs to a HoldCo, you don't need to pay tax on that, right? So that's first. Second is that HoldCo, new HoldCo, we are going to use the PRECs income. We want it to be. Scotia, they actually have a program. They are the only one in the whole entire market right now that they have a program for business income. So they actually look at T2's financials, okay, and add that income to a personal income, okay? What do I mean by that? Let's say, okay, my own personal experience. each company, the net income after tax, Scotia has a program that can actually allow me to use every single corporation I have, the net income after tax, each corporation. So let's say I make 50,000 here, 150 there, 500 there, okay, 500 there. And then each of them, I can actually add that to my personal income. Even though if my own T1 is only 180,000, but I can actually add all those up together. So that applies to the PRACs as well. If you don't take out too much of the personal income, no. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, so that's the topic that I covered today. I know a lot of people, all right? That you are the real estate professional. Why people have to look for, like, choose you as a realtor to help them buy or sell their property because of your professionalism. Just like accountant, okay, we are not going to challenge, or we are not going to we are not going to study the accounting ourselves, but we actually rather go find a good accountant to help us with our taxes. Same thing as lawyer as well. I told my agents, right now I have 62 agents. I told every single one of them that 99% of the realtor friends out there, they're always looking for better ways. They do have some friends that they're in mortgage already, but they're always looking for a better one. Okay? And I teach them, hey, you know what? I'm trying to build this platform to help every single one of them to be a better one. Okay? All right? So, any questions there? Yes. 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 Sorry, wait. Oh, I charge. Oh, I heard WeChat. I'm sorry. Oh, I don't charge any clients with any A deals. Okay? Just so you know, if from now on, if any mortgage agents told you that they're going to charge your clients with any A deals, you can report them. They're not supposed to. Okay, I'm telling you right now. Okay? If Scotia find out one of the mortgage agents charging clients broker fee, they will cut that brokerage.
So everybody charge for that.
Pardon me?
Everybody charge for that, so the funding free, right? 1%.
Not supposed to. A banks. Yeah, A lenders, they are not supposed to. Okay, I'm telling you right now, because first of all, I don't charge it. Second of all, I hate people charging. I hate a lot of mortgage brokers out there, just so you know. So if they don't do the right thing, okay, they have to live their own consequences, right? Okay, and I'm the one that's doing the right thing, right? Yeah. So no, we don't charge our clients. All the appraisal help, there's no extra charge on that, just so you know. Like there will be like an appraisal fee, of course, okay, but all those are just the standard one. There's no additional charging another 1,000 to help me make it happen. Nothing like that. We don't do anything like that. Okay, so we have our own in-house lawyer as well. So the lawyer that we have, the fastest turnaround time is 24 hours. So one deal comes in, to so develop of doing so. Yes. Okay. Any other questions?
If a client get rejected from like one bank, right, then after, can they apply for another lender, or how long it takes?
If they come to me, then I have to flex my muscle again. Last year, June, there were similar situation like that. Client got declined by Scotiabank in June, and I got them funding in middle of July with Scotiabank. Okay, so not only fast, but I fixed it for them because they actually got declined, right? So I look at the client case and I go, what happened? Why did you get declined? Okay, because of this, this, and that. And then I go, you know what? Let me write a very nice, sweet paragraph, okay, story, and then write it up to my underwriter, and I go, hey, buddy, you know what? Like, can you help me to make this happen, right? And then there's one more thing that I can share with you. This is legally done. You know, car loans. So for example, that client situation actually remind me of that. That client had 2 cars. Both of them have very heavy car loans. Okay, about $1,000 a month. Okay, that actually kind of killed the deal. Okay, so I have 2 mortgage agents in my brokerage that they are used car dealership owner themselves. Okay, so what I do is that when I have a car loan situation like that, I send the client to them. They buy out the car from my client. Okay, before they do so, they get a pre-approval first. Let's say the client's loan is with RBC. My friend got a pre-approval, TD Bank car loan approval, okay, first, and then buy off the car, get the discharge statement. So I use the discharge statement to show it to the bank. I go, car loan's off. They sold 1 car already. Okay? So we take that monthly payment off, make the deal work, and then TD Bank car loan get back on after closing, right? So we use professional to buy off some kind of time, and all these are legal. Right? People pay HST for that, you know, things like that, right? So
1,000 car loan, how much mortgage does it affect?
oh wow, that's quite a bit nowadays. I would say, yeah, somewhere around 150,000 maybe, somewhere around there. Yeah. So yeah. So that case, I use that. I go, hey, you know what, buddy? Like my friend is my client is going to sell one of the car. Can you make the deal work? And then we actually get a funding within a month. Yeah.
But if between husband and wife,
Or not, right? So yeah. Okay. Any other questions? All right, so I prepared some notepad for you guys today. I forgot to hand it out before the meeting started. I'm sorry. Okay, I got some pen right here as well. I'm going to leave it here. My business card as well. Yeah. So yeah. So if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Okay. Free consultation all the time. Free consultation. No charge. No charge.
我肯定要找你们。
没问题，没问题。
oh, what language do you speak?
Cantonese, Mandarin, and English. Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Do we reach out to you directly, or do we talk to your agent? Like, what's how's it going to get streamlined?
You know, like right now, I have 2 in-house underwriters helping me with my own deals. So for you guys, you can actually reach out to me directly, okay? And administrative stuff, I'll have like Joanna and my 2 other underwriters to help me handle all the back-end paperwork, but I am your brain.
Yeah, like when it comes to the creativity side,
Yeah.
strategic planning, right? A lot of work that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Come to it, so
Yeah.
good to know.
Yeah, you can reach out to me directly, for sure.
Do you see yourself working with investors more than first-time home buyers?
Well, you know what? Like last year, based on the rate hike, I did 90% first-time home buyers, right? No, investors, they're on the fence because of the rate, right? So, but right now, they actually kind of get used to it. Yeah, they're getting back into the market. Yeah, so right now we have a good mix.
Okay. No personal preference that you prefer to work with
No.
investors more?
No. I try my best to help everyone. Yeah. Okay, I really enjoyed my time with you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you.